What's going on, guys? Marcus from Wall Street Assassins back at it again with another video. And today is Sunday, February 19th, looking at the overall economical calendar. Before we get started, I want you guys give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Go around the house, go on everybody's YouTube and your family, and subscribe to this channel. And give this an early like. So today's February 19th. We're doing the Sunday watch list. Tomorrow the market is actually closed due to President's Day, so make sure you guys pay attention to see overall what's going to overall happen with the overall market. We're watching the economical calendar. You guys can find this on Market Watch. Very simple. Go on Market Watch, type in economical calendar, and this will basically give you a briefing on what's happening for the week. Tuesday, we have PMI that's going to be big, comes out at 9:45 in the morning, 10 a.m. on Tuesday. We have existing home sales. Wednesday, very, very big. We have FOMC minutes. So Powell's not basically talking, but it's basically a briefing on the statement of what he made last time he spoke. So that's going to be big as well. Thursday, right? We have initial jobless numbers. That's a big one. And then Friday, we have PCE and new home sales, basically. So make sure you guys check this list out before you guys jump into any trades. Any kind of economical news can overall affect your trade. So starting off with the top four stocks we're watching today, we're going to start off with Meta. Looking at Meta, Meta had earnings recently, and you can see it basically spiked up and has been going sideways. We're going to check out the 1 year chart over here. 1 year chart is slightly overbought. MACD has crossed down. So we got to see how this opens up on Tuesday. Looking at the 180-day 4-hour, you can see that the 180-day 4-hour is resisting that 176 zone. So we need to break above 176 before we could push up towards 182. 182 was a previous resistance and support level before. So watch out for that. Now, if we do start coming back down on Meta, you want to watch for the break below 169. 169 is going to be a perfect area for a short. Because if I zoom out, right, we haven't really broken 169 in quite a bit. So you want to see if we break 169. 169 will support. It's September, and it can act as basically support now. So watch out for that 169, and then we can start going down towards 160. So watch out for that. That is a nice little gap to the downside. So we got to see how this opens up on Tuesday. So going into the 20-day 1 hour, you can see the MACD's crossed up, are overbought though. So that means that this could actually reject the zone over here, this 175, and actually start pulling back. Or we could actually break this 175 and start pushing up towards those 182 levels. So keep an eye on Meta this upcoming week. NVIDIA actually has earnings this week. So every 3 months, companies announce how good or poorly they've been doing, and NVIDIA has earnings, and it's NVIDIA's turn to give us their statement. So this could be a nice mover this week. The volume should be into the stock. The stock normally moves very heavily in the morning, and in the afternoon, the volume tends to slow down. So make sure you guys keep an eye on this in the possible morning. Well, jumping over towards the 1 year, 1 day chart, you can see the MACD has actually crossed down, signaling a sell before the overall earnings. Earnings for this stock is going to be on the 22nd. So you guys want to pay attention to that. And especially you guys don't want to hold this overnight, especially going into earnings. As you guys know, I do not play earnings. I play the run up and the volatility around the earnings. But if the video wants to run up on Tuesday, watch for the break above at least 218. Once we break 218, 219 zones, we can start pushing up to 230. Right now, the 180 days crossed in a bearish position. It's holding above a support around 207, which has been supported multiple times. If we break 207, we can start basically going down towards 200, maybe even retesting these 193 zones on the 180-day 4-hour. Dropping down towards the 20-day, 20 days actually crossed up. So they're not pointed in the same direction, meaning the video could actually give us chop, meaning sideways action or erratic action before its overall earnings. So watch out for that and be cautious and wait for a clean breakout above those 218, 219 zones towards 230 and watch for that break of 207, and then we could start possibly going down lower, maybe even down towards 200. Next stock we're going to talk about is the one, the only Tesla. So Tesla, there have been a lot of recalls lately with Tesla, especially with their autopilot. I think even today there was some sad news saying that autopilot was a cause of a fatal crash. So definitely want to see how this news is going to overall affect Tesla. Looking at the 1 year, we've been crossed up on the MACD for quite a while. You can see we've been basically pushing up since January, since 101, and we're sitting around this 211 zone. Tesla does like to go sideways, and we haven't been basically elevating or decreasing in price point drastically. So we do have the SMA right here at 219, and we have a strong support around 197, right? MACD does look like it wants to cross down. RSI is overbought in a bearish stance, but hasn't really given us full confirmation yet. Jumping down towards the 180 day, 180 day is crossed down, hasn't really opened up yet. RSI has the possibility for both. So looking at the charts, you could possibly go for a short position around 204 down towards 200. Preferably 197 is going to be a major breakout zone to the downside. 197 has been basically supported. These are 4-hour candles. So you guys got to think, hey, multiple 4-hour candles right here. That's a strong floor. So if we do break this 196 zone, we could start filling up this gap getting down towards these 189. So watch out for that. But to the upside, we basically have this resistance at 210. 210 has been supported over here. You can see some candles holding above 210. We even tried to break it. So if we break 210, we could start basically pushing up towards 219. So watch out for that on Tesla. Going over towards the 20-day. 20-day is looking a little bullish, right? If I zoom out, the bigger picture, we're holding above the SMA. Typically, when stocks hold above the SMA, that is a bullish sign. So I wouldn't be too like worried or anything like that if Tesla hits that 219. I wouldn't even be shocked if Tesla hits that 217, 219 zone, its previous high. So let's see what happens. All depends on how we open up this Tuesday. We do have FOMC minutes coming out on Wednesday, which could create a slower week action, especially since there's major economical news coming out. Even though it's news that we already know, you never know. People want to refresh their mind, or the news is more prevalent since they're reinstating it. So make sure you guys are very cautious with that, especially since Monday is basically the market is closed. And typically, since it's a shorter week, we could get basically slower action. Maybe some traders are on vacation right now. Maybe they're spending time with their family. So let's see what happens. But make sure you guys are in tune with the volume and keep an eye out for that. Last but not least, the one and only, talking about SPY over here, right? So lots to talk about on SPY. Overall, the 1 year has crossed down. The 1 year has crossed down. Slap the like button. Let me tell you, the 1 year has crossed down in a bearish position. If you look at it back here since January, was it 6? We've been on a bullish trend on the MACD, and now we have crossed down. So we have to be very cautious with those long positions. Not only that, we're well below the 1 year EMA, which is at 409. So keep that in mind as well. As long as we're below 409, we can possibly continue a bearish trend, right? Now, on the flip note, there are some major support zones on SPY right here. We have support at 404, and we have a major resistance at 416. And as you guys can see, SPY has been trapped in a range, and it's waiting for some type of signal to drive it in either direction. If you guys can see it, we're making moves to the high side and moves to the low side. So we basically haven't really gained any real ground, bearish or bullish. But that 1 year crossing down is a major telltale sign that, hey, we may actually start to pull back, especially if we can start getting below these 403 levels, right? Right now we're sitting at 408 trying to bounce, but 403 is the 180-day SMA, which can actually act as some type of support over here. So we're basically holding above it. Just like you see it bounce off of this, right? We could do the same thing over here and bounce. So that's why we want to see that clean break of 403. then we could start going down towards 400. Or if we do start to move to the upside, watch for the break of 407, and then we can start pushing up towards 409. 409 is the 1 year EMA line, which can act as possible resistance, right? Same picture over here. You can see multiple, basically a triple bottom over here. So we could possibly push up towards 410, reject it, come back down, but I'm waiting for that 403 break, and then we can start going down towards 400 and maybe a lot lower from there if this 1 year starts to open up. Comment below. What do you guys think, right? Do you guys think this 1 year is going to start opening up? You think we're going to enter a bearish position or a bearish stance where we'll be able to even test even 190, 392 over here, the 1 year SMA? It's perfectly possible. Sometimes we push too far away from it and then we come back, retest it. We could bounce off of it or we could continue to fail. So what are you guys thinking? Are you guys leaning more towards the bullish or bearish side? Let me know in the comments. Give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.